Hi guys, in this session we are discussing about divisibility rules from number system. First one, divisibility by 2. A number is divisible by 2 if its unit digit is any of 0, 2, 4, 6, 8. Let's take an example 58694. This number ends with 4, so it is divisible by 2. No need to check all the numbers in the entire number. 58693, it is not divisible by 2, not divisible by 2. Next one, divisibility by 3. A number is divisible by 3 only when the sum of its digits is divisible by 3. Let's take an example 94832. Sum of these numbers is 9 plus 4 plus 8 plus 3 plus 2. 9 plus 4 13, 13 plus 8 21, plus 3 24, plus 2 26. It is not divisible by 3. So the entire number is not divisible by 3. Let's take another example 369. 3 plus 6 plus 9, which is equals to 18. Which is 3 6 18. So it is divisible by 3. Next one, divisibility rule by 4. If a number is divisible by 4 only when the last two digits is divisible by 4. Let's take an example 1964. The last two digits are 64, which is equals to 16 4 64. So it is divisible by 4. Another example 1938. The last two digits 38 is not divisible by 4. So the entire number is not divisible by 4. Let's take another example 2004. The last two digits 04 is divisible by 4. So the entire number is 2004 is divisible by 4. Next one, divisibility rule of 5. A number is divisible by 5 only when the number ends with 0 or 5. Let's take an example 23540. This number ends with 0, so it is divisible by 5. Let's take another example 23543. The last digit ends with 3, which is not divisible by 5. Next, divisibility rule of 6. If a number is divisible by 6, it is divisible by both 2 and 3. అంటే ఏదైనా నెంబర్ డివిజిబుల్ 6తో డివిజిబుల్ అవ్వాలి అంటే అది 2తోని అవ్వాలి 3తోని అవ్వాలి. లెట్స్ టేక్ అన్ ఎగ్జాంపుల్ 234. It is divisible by 2 because it ends with 4, and 2 plus 3 plus 4, which is equals to 9, which is divisible by 3 3s. So it is divisible by 2, both 2 and 3. So the entire number is divisible by 6. Why I am taking here 2 and 3? Because here 2 and 3 are co-primes. That's why we take 2 and 3. Divisibility rule of 8. If a number is divisible by 8, if the last 3 digits is divisible by 8, let's take an example, 4008. The last 3 digits is divisible by 8, so the entire number is divisible by 8. Divisible. Divisibility rule of 9. If a number is divisible by 9, if the sum of the digits, all digits, is divisible by 9, that means, let's take an example, 94832. Here 9 plus 4, 13 plus 8, 21, 24, 26. Here 26 is not divisible by 9, so 94,832 is not divisible by 9. Divisibility rule of 10. If a number ends with 0, it is divisible by 10. Divisibility rule of 13. If the sum of the digits in the odd places minus sum of digits in odd places minus even places is divisible by 11 or 0, then that number is divisible by 11. Let's take an example, 121. Sum of digits in odd places means 1 plus 1, 2, minus even place means 2. 2 minus 2, which is equals to 0. So it is divisible by 0. Next we see divisibility rule of 12. Divisibility rule of 12. If a number is divisible by 3 and 4, then that number is divisible by 12. 3 4 is 12. Here 3 and 4 are co-primes. Let's take an example, 144 is equals to, it is divisible by 3 because the sum is 9. Here also divisible by 4 because 4 11's last 2 digits is divisible by 4. That means it is divisible by 12 12's. Divisibility rule of 25. If a number is divisible by 25, if the number formed by its last 2 digits is either 0 0 or divisible by 25. Let's take an example, 63875. The number formed by last 2 digits, namely 75, which is divisible by 25. So the entire number 63,875 is divisible by 25. Let's take another example, 96,445. Here the last 2 digits are 45, is not divisible by 25. So the entire number 96,445 is not divisible by 25. That's it for today. Thank you.